just to get our YouTube subscribers on for the video. Just a couple more seconds. It's 84 degrees in Sebastian, sunny. Tonight's low will be 68 degrees. We got some rain coming, even though we haven't had any rain for a couple of days, but we do have some rain coming on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with highs near 86, lows near 72. However, it's still too early to predict the weather for the weekend, so we're just going to throw that out there that the rain chance is increasing towards the end of the week and all weekend. But like I said last week, you know, you can't really predict it yet. We're at Tuesday, so we'll do another forecast on Thursday and Friday and have a more accurate weather forecast. Hey, the big news that just happened about 90 minutes ago, the state attorney's office has officially charged Sebastian Council members Damien Gilliams and Pamela Parris for sunshine law violations and perjury. Gilliams was charged with 3 counts of breaking sunshine laws and 1 count of perjury. Parris was charged with 1 count of breaking sunshine laws and 1 count of perjury. Gilliams and Parris are expected to turn themselves into police for booking. Gilliams has his bail set at $2,500 and Parris has her bail set at $1,500. Now, we're getting a lot of questions about what is so different about Gilliams and Parris versus Charles Malty. The difference is Charles Malty was charged with a civil charge because he was working with the state attorney's office with evidence to charge Gilliams and Parris. So Councilman Malty got charged with a civil charge, and he's facing like a $500 fine. However, Gilliams and Parris are criminal charges. So these aren't civil, these are criminal charges that they're facing right now. And yeah, they will be, in fact, the warrants are out. There's a warrant for Damien Gilliams, his arrest, and there's a warrant for Pamela Parris right now for them to both turn themselves in within 24 hours. And last we heard, Damien Gilliams was going to turn himself in sometime this afternoon before the day is over. We don't know anything about Pamela Parris, what she plans to do. So that's what's going on. Hey, tomorrow we're going to have a lot of new stuff about this case. This case is still building. There's the affidavit itself is several pages, so we don't have that affidavit yet. It's not being released until tomorrow, is when they get booked and all of that for their charges. So as far as the city of Sebastian, this is big news right now, because now that they have been charged, Governor Ron DeSantis can actually step in and remove them from the city council or suspend them until this case is over. So we don't know if that's actually going to happen, but we'll wait and see. I know there's been a lot of emails and letters from Sebastian citizens to the governor asking for him to come in and remove them from office or suspend them until they're done with their case. So we don't know if that's actually going to happen, but we know if the citizens of Sebastian are writing those emails and letters. And there's a lot of worrying going on with the residents over these lawsuits. You know, the residents are telling us that Gilliams and Parris are, you know, they're costing the city more money with these lawsuits. So I can say this, I don't think we're going to see any more of that after this. You know, we'll wait and see. But the good news is, for anyone that has been following this case and they've been upset or angry at Gilliams or Parris, is that justice for them is served today. In other news, a 19-year-old male was arrested in Fellsmere in connection with Sunday's shooting on Sebastian Boulevard on CR 512. Jordan Lee Jackson is the alleged shooter. The victim advised he was traveling east on the road on Sebastian Boulevard when Jackson pointed a handgun at him and fired 2 shots. Jackson's vehicle then got in front of the victim's vehicle and slammed on the brakes, causing the victim to strike the rear end of Jackson's vehicle. Both vehicles left the scene. The victim drove to the parking lot at Riverview Park and called police. Soon after, the Sebastian Boulevard was shut down for several hours. Jackson is charged with 1 count of attempted first-degree murder, 1 count of shooting a deadly missile into a vehicle, and 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon for the shooting incident. Also, LaPorte Farms will be hosting a Candlelight Vigil for Amanda Towne, who has been missing since March 2nd. The vigil will be Saturday, June 27th. That's not this Saturday, but next Saturday at 7:30 p.m. They're asking you to bring your candles, and of course, light refreshments will be served. The 27-year-old missing mother of 3 was last seen at the 13,000 block of 99th Street in Fellsmere. Anyone with information regarding Amanda's whereabouts is encouraged to call the Indian River County Sheriff's Office at 772-569-6900. Again, 569-6700. You can remain anonymous. There's also a $2,500 reward for anyone with information that leads to finding Amanda. Hey, a Speedway worker in Sebastian was arrested on a charge of grand theft after stealing nearly $1,900 in lottery tickets. 28-year-old Kyle Scott Lateni of Sebastian is accused of stealing 76 scratch-offs while working the night shift. The manager said he was conducting the store's Florida Lottery reconciliation report, and then the manager showed the security footage of the previous shift to the police, and they saw they saw the clerk remove several rolls of scratch-off tickets from behind the counter. Police said he never paid for them. When police spoke with the clerk, he said he won $500 and he put it back in the drawer. However, the manager disagrees. He was transported to the Indian River County Jail. He was later released on $2,500 bond. Hey, for more news, you can just go to our website, sebastiandaily.com, and you'll see all the headlines on the front page. And while you're there, subscribe to our newsletter. If you haven't already, at sebastiandaily.com, there's a button that says newsletter at the top. You just click on that, fill out the form, and you can get our news in your email. All right, let's talk about the coronavirus, because this is also a big story today. The number of Florida cases has soared to over 2,700 from yesterday, but the number of deaths relating to COVID-19 are still dropping. So there's good news and bad news. The new cases there's no new cases in Sebastian or our area in particular, especially in the north county of Indian River County and south Brevard County. But we'll go over the numbers here real quick. Listen, when you see these numbers, and we use the word soar. We're not trying to hype these numbers. We know there's more tests going on, and this is a reality. This is a fact, okay? Over 2,700 people yesterday tested positive for the coronavirus. Now, but the number of deaths relating to the virus is dropping. So, we're going to see the increase in cases as Florida opened last week or so, and this was expected. So, but that is a record high for Florida. The number of deaths, as I said, is dropping. Sebastian, 16 cases. Fellsmere, they're up to 28. Before I left the office, it was at 29 cases in Fellsmere about an hour ago. Palm Bay, 90 cases. Malabar, they now have 2 cases. Grant, 3 cases. Barefoot Bay, 3 cases. Mico, 0. Vero Beach, 163 cases. So we're getting a few more cases in South Brevard, but they're so low. When we compare South Brevard and Sebastian, Indian River County to other counties south of here or north of here, listen, we got it made right now. Just let's keep doing what we're doing. You know, washing our hands regularly, wearing a mask when we can't be 6 feet apart. And you know the drill. I don't have to keep reminding everyone. As long as we keep doing that, we're in good shape in Sebastian. Let's look at the whole county. 234 cases in Indian River County, 12 deaths, and 8,900 tested negative in the county. 41 people are now in the hospital in Indian River County. That's up since last week. I think that is 7 new patients since last week in the county hospital. Brevard County, they've got a situation going on up there where it's nearly 200% increase. 600 cases right now in Brevard County. 16 deaths. Over 30,000 people have tested negative. 79 people are in the hospital. And let's do Florida overall. 80,000 cases now. 2,300 deaths in state. Over almost 1.4 million people tested negative, and over 12,000 people are in the hospital. So the bottom line with this virus, the number of deaths are low. Okay, we're going to be seeing those high increases in cases because more people are getting tested, and we're going to see probably it might even hit 3,000. But the main factors are the number of deaths are down, and the hospitalizations are down. You know, there's a few people going into the hospital for COVID-19 related symptoms and illness, but it's nothing like it is down south or Orlando. So let's just keep following the CDC guidelines. We'll have some more news for you tomorrow. We're going to probably interview a few people relating to this state attorney's case against Damien Gilliams and Pamela Parris. But that's our front story right now. And by the way, there is a city council meeting next Wednesday right here at 6 o'clock. So it's not tomorrow, but next Wednesday. I'm hoping you guys are having a great week, and I'm sure there's going to be a great weekend ahead of us. We're going to have some events posted either tomorrow or Thursday of what's going on around town. Regardless of the weather, rain or shine, there's going to be stuff happening and things to do here in Sebastian. I'm Andy Hodges coming to you live at City Hall for Sebastian Daily.